So, I want to talk about the importance of creativity in the coming future because what I see is AGI eventually coming for us all. That's artificial generative intelligence. So, when that does come, what happens? Well, robotics starts building itself. So, AI is going to build AI, and then there won't be a need for much labor, human labor, that is. But what if the bad guys don't win? And what if we get robots that help us and there's all these people and suddenly no one needs to have a job? Suddenly, like, there's no need for money. What does that world look like? And what need is there for humans? Like, we have this AGI. We have this technology that can do everything better than we can, right? So what do we even need us for? What are humans supposed to do other than just sit back, relax, and just, I guess, die eventually? And that's what I want to talk about is software and hardware. Because like many of you, if you watch this channel, you're probably a nerd, okay? I'm a nerd. And I've been playing this game recently called Swarm. It's League of Legends. I'm a League of Legends guy. Now, at least now. I used to be big into World of Warcraft and all that other stuff, but I don't have the time for that shit anymore. Or the sanity. Take a walk with me. We're gonna go sit down. So where was I? Software and hardware. So my computer, for whatever reason, when I play the game, has a pretty rough time. The game can sometimes spawn a lot of enemies. There's a lot going on the screen. And I'm like, wait a minute. I could download the game. Why am I lagging? Why am I glitching? Why are my frames not good enough? And it's because the hardware I have is not the best hardware humanly possible. I mean, I have an older PC. I love my computer to death. It's an old Alienware. It is a beast, but it is old. And it's kind of been weathered. So it sometimes slows down and the frames lag, right? The hardware's old. And the software that I installed, those are the processes that actually make the physical application move, right? Hardware is the physical part, the bits and pieces that make up life, right? We ourselves, as humans, we are hardware. Just like the computer that I'm talking about. So the newer software is making the older hardware lag. And so where I think humanity needs to turn in the future is to realize that there isn't a software that necessarily can stop humanity's hardware. Humanity ultimately creates all software. Like AGI is created by humanity, okay? Electricity, plumbing, like all these inventions, all these things, all these trades, all these businesses that people could open, that people could do, they're all ultimately software. Because what even is software, right? If we're talking about humanity and like if we're just computers, right? We're hardware in ourselves, super quantum computers, because everything's energy. We're just a giant quantum computer. We create software, but we're also capable of downloading absolutely any software that's out there. And that's what we need to switch to, is realizing that our creative juices is the software, right? That is creation in of itself. That AGI can't necessarily do, that robotics can't necessarily do, that AI can't necessarily do. Right? I understand that they can make amazing paintings, but it's not the same if there's no soul attached. Whereas if the individual, the character in the story, that person, which has a higher soul, pours their soul into something, it's going to be better than anything that could possibly be done by like an artificial source. Artificial is always going to ultimately be fake. It will always boil down to being a little bit fake. Whereas it's better if it's done by a human. So, in the future, The creative arts are going to need a lot more humanity, a lot more compared to where we have been. And the trades. I mean, I'm talking like hundreds of years. I don't know what's going to happen, how quickly this is going to all segue through. But like, okay, maybe not 100 years, but at least like 10. It depends who's driving the car. I mean, you could get this shit done real quick. But it probably 10 to 20 years, you could have robots building houses like endlessly everywhere and just excavating holes, like mining resource. It's insane. People are not going to have to work, which is great. And that's why we all need to level up. That does not mean we can be lazy. It's actually the opposite. We can't be lazy because we're going to get replaced. So we have to figure out what makes us uniquely different and better than anything that AI or AGI could possibly imagine, right? Because there's no soul to them. So they can create anything, but they have to be prompted to create something, right? They will find cures to things, most likely. I know that's a hot word you shouldn't use. Cure. Ooh. Hopefully they do. Unless they're ran by like the evil peoples. That would be so dank. No, but humanity just in general, just creativity, the power of creativity, tapping into one's own, deepest, darkest, well, not darkest, but lightest desire. That's really what we need. We really just need people to step into their creativity, whatever it is. And even it doesn't necessarily need to be like a creative art, but like when I say creativity, I mean femininity, right? Their love and their nurturing side, their caring side, their empathetic side. That side needs to come out in a way to help humanity, because that is what humans can do. Because at the end of the day, AI can do a lot of things. They can move a lot of pieces on the chessboard, right? But it's not going to give you a fucking hug, right? Humans need to start doing that with other humans, if that makes sense. I'm not telling you to just go outside and start hugging people. That's fucking weird. But I'm saying use your powers as an alchemist, right, to transmute these motherfuckers. If someone is being negative, if someone's being bad, how can we change that situation? How can we bring it to a higher level? How can we say, okay, they're gonna talk negatively about somebody else. Well, I'm gonna segue this conversation into talking positively about this other person, a different person, and I'm gonna show them my perspective, and I'm not gonna draw attention to them. Maybe I'm not gonna let them know that I'm drawing this comparison between how we talk about other people. But now they're opening up. They're becoming aware. They're saying, "Oh wow, oh he's talking about somebody behind their back, and he's being nice, and I'm being cruel. I wonder how people talk about me. I wonder if people are nice behind." Oh, right. We have to start acting in such a way like this. This is how we can be of service to humanity, just by helping humanity, helping one another. Not everyone is destined to like be fucking president of the United States or like some crazy ass shit. Okay? That's not what we're all here for. We're here to vibe and have a good time. And believe me, things get so much better when we do and we figure it out. And anyone who wants to argue that point, just realize that we've been warring with each other and we still have borders. Like thousands of years. Thousands and thousands of years. All right? And in my beliefs, we have blown ourselves up before. Because I believe in ancient civilizations. Okay? And other planets. And the fact that the universe is astronomically large. Like, it's huge. It's fucking huge. And everyone's like, oh my God, we're the only ones. I'm like, okay, sure. Okay. All right. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter if there's other life out there or whatever has happened. All I'm saying is we're still at war. We're still at odds with one another. We still judge one another. We still fight. It's gross. It's terrible. Like, how have we not fucking learned our lessons? So that's what we need to do. That's what humanity has to do. All right? Our hardware can handle absolutely any software. So why don't we start downloading the software where we treat other people humanely? Where we are good human beings. We are pleasant and nice. We are loving and understanding. We are inviting. We're not racist pieces of shit. And yeah, we just kind of chill. Why don't we try that? Otherwise, I mean, I think we just have robots take care of everything else. Just let the robots fucking cook, okay? Robots cook. Everyone else is invited to the barbecue. It's going to be fire. It's going to be great. Everyone's invited. All right. Love you guys. Enjoy yourselves.